Stand by for action.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
What a great way to start a Friday night. Good evening to you and welcome along to the fastest aviation show on YouTube with my good self Stu Bear on Air Show World. And to start things off tonight, we've got this fantastic V1B. And lots of loud aircraft tonight. Take you back to 2001. At least that's what I think it was. It was from the Air Fete at Mildenhall. And that is fast. Well, as always, great to see so many people in the chat room. Say hi to Gary Inge, also Dylan. We have Andrew Herbert, and lots more. Of course, we'll say hi to everybody throughout the evening. But coming up right now, here's a couple of arrivals from a great air show that they had. It was the Royal International Air Tattoo when it was at Cottesmore. And this was from 2000. 25 years ago. And he's nicely tucked in. That's Marcus Camfield at his hotel. Because, of course, he's doing the model show this particular weekend over there in Telford. So have a good time, my man. Well, who else can we say hello to very, very quickly? Well, of course, we've got Becky Davis, Peter Tor, Gary Inge, and who else have we got in that list? So many people.
Levels Romeo 14, Waddington Tower, pass message.
7 levels Romeo 14 is holding point, runway 0, and we are ready for departure. And we'll request 1 or 2
Well, we certainly have plenty of Phantoms tonight. And here's another one from Departure Day at RAF Waddington Air Show.
2,500 feet, acknowledge. German Air Force Romeo 14, clear for takeoff and fly past surface wind 180.16 knots.
German Air Force Romeo 14, takeoff.
We'll have a great weekend there, Marcus Camfield, and yes, I'll be looking out for some photographs, no doubt, on Facebook. He's already put some on. I do. Great to see you as well, my man. Do you know what? I don't think I've got any helicopters, but you never know. What a fantastic sight that certainly was. And we've got more Phantoms a little bit later in the show.
Hello, my name is Matt Allwright from The One Show and Morning Live, Watchdog, Rogue Traders, all that stuff. And you're watching Air Show World with Stu Bear.
Oh, making me think of springtime, of course, at the Midlands Air Festival. Tickets on sale right now. And as always, it's a great show, and so is Duxford. That's what we've got coming up for you right now. So keep the messages coming in. Don't forget those hearts coming through the actual chat room. Hey, that makes a Friday night. It's what it's all about. Good grief, Christina! I love saying that, and it's great to have you part of our Friday night show tonight. And if my memory serves me rightly, I'm sure Marcus Camfield was with me when we were filming this on the Friday at one of the Duxford air shows. And they were testing the PA system. So that's the occasional 1-2 you keep hearing. Oh, very, very nice. That unmistakable sound. So they tell me this is a Texan, but basically it's a Harvard. It just all depends whether it's American, whether it's British, Canadian. They tell me that's what the difference is. But basically, it's the same aeroplane. And a very good evening to my good friend. That is Mr. Webbo. How the devil are you, Webbo? Always brilliant to see you, mate. Well, Brad, you'll have to stop going out and partying if it's making you ill, you know. But it's great to see you, my man. Yes, and of course, get those hearts flowing through the chat room. Makes Friday night special. I must admit, Friday of the air shows at Duxford, if the weather behaves, it is great. I thoroughly enjoy it.
Hi, it's Charlie. I'm with V for Victory and I'm currently portraying a civilian aviatrix just prior to World War II. And you're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
And it's always good to see Charlie on a Friday night. And coming up for you right now, we've got a bit of Lakenheath action. And it's a hello to you as well. That's Karen Kokorin. Also saying hi to my good friend, that is UHN 100. Jim Gamble, always good to see you, my boy. And coming up for you right now on Stu Bear's Airshow World, it's time to go way back in time with classic air shows. So whereabouts we're going this week? Well, it takes us back to 2001 with the Waddington Air Show.
Land surface wind 24050.
And as always, it's great to see my very good friend James, that's JF Aviation, and Railway Videos. How great to see you there, James, and make sure you check out his YouTube channel. Absolutely brilliant stuff on there. And we also feature a lot of his videos right here on a Friday night as well.
270 veering 210 knots.
And I bet James certainly remembers this particular air show. And a very big thank you to Aspen for joining us this evening. Level 2 member, big thumbs up for you. Certainly was a very special out show, this particular one, 2001 at RAF Waddington. And coming up in just a moment, we've got that fantastic takeoff. Here it is. That's the shot we started the night off with, and here's the full display. That certainly is a big favourite, the F4 Phantom from the German Air Force. Absolutely brilliant. Keep the messages coming in, keep the hearts going, and right now, a couple more shots taking you to Lakenheath. Coming in, it's the French Air Force. Bring in 1, 2, 3, 4 Rafales. Well, that's very kind of you there, Aspen, and it's brilliant to have you part of the show this evening. And thank you for being a member right here on Air Show World. This particular video, this was actually taken from one of the live shows that I did down at Lakenheath just a few years ago. Well, we'll see you next time. The Plane Guy, thank you for popping in and saying hello to everybody. Really appreciate it. And I'm still trying to work out how I got down to the other end of the runway quickly enough. I've no idea.
So take position altitude.
Land rack 600. Mad 11, expecting in 2 miles to fire with the downwind. Ground rack 61, thank you. Runway 63, quick, try there. 6 around.
Well, I'll tell you what, James, I'll let you into the quick secret how I did that. I got them coming into land one particular day, and then the next day... And then I think I got them again the next day. Either that or we had another batch come in just a little bit later, and I got round there rather quickly on the bike. Anyway, while we're looking down the runway, we have some F-15s and a couple of F-35s as well.
Still third line.
People. 100. Altimeter 3045.
You know what, James? I've got a feeling it was one of those days we were filming right next to each other. I love filming with James. Fantastic company. We have a bit of a laugh, bit of a joke. And basically, that's what it's all about. Great friends. Karen Kakuran, she asked a question. Well, the thumbnail, what is it of? Well, that is that fantastic aircraft we saw a little bit earlier. The German F4 Phantom.
Roger, contact tower. Cost 354 miles outside Bravo for initial runway 61.
I believe to not Aspen, this is actually taken, as James rightly knows, through the fence looking straight down. Slightly to the left of the centre line.
West Pacific runway will need between 20 about
I love that shot with the Hercules going into Mildenhall. The only downside of filming from this particular location, as I'm sure you can hear, there's a very busy road just behind us. But of course, when you're filming and you're using a big telephoto lens, it brings everything in, and it makes Mildenhall, as you saw with that Hercules going into land, makes it look a lot closer than what it really is. So if you're enjoying the show tonight, don't forget to keep those hearts coming into the chat room. All you got to do, it's absolutely free. Just keep on clicking on those hearts. Oh, don't forget, give it a like as well. There go the hearts. Look at that. That's brilliant. Thank you. So then, how's Becky Davis? Always good to see you there, Becky. Hope you're having a good Friday night and have a great weekend as well. Also, Karen Kakuran, Dylan, Brad. Well, last week we featured some of Brad's brilliant photographs. And some of those were taken from Mildenhall and Duxford. And very good they were too, so thank you so much. Also, Piotr is in the chat room and having a good time, and hope you're having a good Friday night. And coming up for you right now on Stu Bear's Airshow World, it's time to go way back in time with classic air shows. And it's classic air show time, and we go back quite a few years, early 90s, I think this was. We go back to the Cosford Air Show with Robert Feely. And these great shots of starting off with the Sea Vixen. Wow. Now that was an amazingly close shot.
It's the D-Day Darlings here, and we are at East Kirkby Air Show. We're about to go on and sing. It's a wonderful day. You're watching Air Show World with Stu Bear.
And East Kirkby it is. That's where we are right now. And a quick question for James. Now then, James, were you at East Kirkby last Sunday? And for anybody that knows East Kirkby, got something special for you coming up in a couple of moments.
Goodbye, Sally.
Lancaster. Lancaster data.
Love that particular shot. Well, as you know, of course, East Kirkby, it's the home of Just Jane, their Lancaster, that they are one day wind in the right direction, hopefully. Come on, let's hope they get that flying. Of course, we're not going to see any Lancasters next year. But coming up a little bit later in the show, we'll show you East Kirkby actually from the air. And if you ever wondered what the old taxiways and runways are like or were like, are they still there? You'll find out. Stay with us. Absolutely there, Andrew Herbert. It's quite a sight, isn't it, to see in the night time when they do their... It was last Sunday. That's why I was saying to James. James normally goes to that. In fact, James has got some brilliant video footage of the evening show. And of course, we all know Andrew Herbert. He was actually on last Friday night show saying hi to everybody. Oh yes, Andy, I showed that particular clip again. Absolutely love it. It was a great evening as well when we saw you down at East Midlands Airport a couple of years ago. He did that brilliant intro. Here it comes one more time. Listen to the sound of the Lancaster.
No problem. We'll be your outbound track.
Tony Prince!
Come on, Tony!
That's me. How you doing? This is your royal ruler, Tony Prince, and hi there. I'm at United DJs Radio, and you're watching the Air Show World with Stu Bear. Come fly with me sometime right here.
United DJs!
So stay with us. Coming up just a little bit later, more from East Kirkby and showing you the old taxiways and runways. But this, I filmed this one particular August. I think this was a Monday evening. We'd filmed the actual East Kirkby Air Show on the, on the Sunday. And then on the Monday and Tuesday, I spent a little bit of time down at Coningsby from a couple of years ago. And I got this beautiful sunset shot. Here it is. Well, I've got to tell you, Marcus Canfield, this was just one of those magical evenings. And just look at that. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. You know, I'm absolutely, you know it, I love a good sunset. And look at that beautiful sky. Okay then, Brad, this is for you. It's the full display. It's Blackjack, Royal International Air Tattoo style. Well, Andy, will Just Jane fly? We certainly hope so. Not for the want of trying. They are certainly doing everything they possibly can. But of course, costs a lot of money. Colin, hello Colin, great to see you in the chat this evening. Well, Marcus Canfield, have yourself a great weekend. And look forward to seeing some of your photographs on Facebook very, very soon. Meanwhile, coming into land, it's Blackjack. Sorry if the chat probably dropped out just for a moment. I think Virgin Media were playing Silly Devils with me for a moment. There you go, Brad. Hope you enjoyed that as well. So then we were talking about East Kirkby. And after one of their air shows, we took to the skies in this microlight, and it gave me a great opportunity to see the old runway and taxiways. Now remember, the runway, the original runway, takes you way back to the wartime, Lancasters and what have you. And here it is. You see the taxiway going through those, you've got the fields in the middle, the cornfields. But just look. That runway still looks amazing, doesn't it? Look at this. For anybody that goes to the air shows at East Kirkby, of course you'll know they don't use that runway at all. They use the grass runway, which we're approaching right now. And there's my motorhome proving that we were there. The watchtower, as you can see. And a big thank you to my good friend Nigel, who took me up in his microlight. Beautiful, beautiful day it was.
From Air Show World. And I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Air Show World, you can get yourself 15% off every single order. Just use the code AIRSHOW, AIRSHOW. It's all uppercase, and the link is underneath the video right now. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company.
Well, you've been watching the Fastest Aviation Show on YouTube with my good self, Stu Bear. I certainly hope you've enjoyed the show tonight, and thank you for all the great messages in the chat room. Wouldn't be the same without you. Well, that's exactly 60 minutes. That's why we call it the Fastest Aviation Show on YouTube. Until next Friday night, have yourself a great weekend. I'll see you on Friday, 7 o'clock next week. Thanks, and give you a big thumbs up for watching. Thank you.